I'm Emma Curtin, host of a new true crime podcast called Murder Archives. It's set in Toorak in 1929 about the murder of Norma Reese McLeod. Search for Murder Archives where you're listening right now.
Somehow Related is supported by supersimplecards.com. Get a pack of greeting cards from Super Simple Cards using the offer code SOMEHOW at the checkout. Supersimplecards.com. Check them out. So find a link in the show notes or go to supersimplecards.com. Get 10% off your entire order when you use this code SOMEHOW at the checkout. All shipping is free. Yeah, well, get a great pack of environmentally friendly cards. They'll save you time and money. Go to supersimplecards.com.
You know how if you're a smoker, you go outside?
Yeah.
At a restaurant or wherever?
Yeah, you got to go very far away these days.
And can you smoke outside a restaurant?
No, you got to move certain metres away, I think, these days, yeah.
Because do you ever have lunch by yourself? In like a restaurant that's...
Sometimes.
Or do you if you're by yourself, you'll tend to...
I'll go home. Or, like Bert Newton, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, one of his favourite things is to sit in the car and eat a chicken by the river. I often do a bird. Go sit in my car.
I don't mind a bit of that. But then what happens? Do you check your lap after that?
Oh, yeah. I've got all crumbs in it.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing because I did that the other day. Then I flicked them out, and I felt because people could see me sort of
flicking the crumbs out.
It's a bad look.
Look, sometimes I buy like a kebab. I've got to eat in the car because I can't take it home in front of my partner. She'll get angry. So, and she'll go, "What did you have for lunch?" And I just go, sandwich.
I told you about that time I was going around to see a friend, and he lived on the 8th floor of an apartment building, and I pulled up, and I had a sunroof, and I got McDonald's because if you go around to see someone, you don't want them to feed you, but you're going to be there for a while, so you've got to get something to eat. And then he looked out his window and looked down and could see me through my sunroof just inhaling a burger.
Yeah, right.
He said it was quite repulsive to watch, and he couldn't stop watching because. Anyway, I was at a restaurant. It was just a cafe.
Yeah,
but the people on the next table, because when you sit quite close.
Yeah,
they were elderly. It was a group of elderly women. They had so much perfume on.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's just, and it affects your taste. Yeah.
You're going, you should have your own section in the restaurant.
Yeah.
There should be old ladies with perfume and men with aftershave.
Oh, man, they come around to fix something in your house.
Too much aftershave.
Put
it on with a fire hose. I mean, have a smell. You can feel it on the back of your throat.
Oh, I don't. When I get a coffee for my partner Kieran every day, there's a guy who makes it and she won't let him make it because his aftershave is too strong.
So, how does it...
Well, it goes into the coffee.
No.
Yeah, you can smell it.
No.
Yeah.
Because those people have no sense of...
I don't use aftershave.
I haven't used aftershave for years. Yeah.
I got a bottle of Brute 33 off my dad for my 21st, and that was it.
Well, what you do, if you are going to wear aftershave, you don't put it on your skin, you squirt it in the air, then you walk through it.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah, that's my
there's a pro tip.
Tip for the day.
Metrosexual tip of the day.
Spray it in the air and just gently walk through it. Walk through it like a man. Walk through it like a tough guy.
Like someone's made a bad smell. You know when you walk through a bad smell, you go, what was that? Awful.
Yeah, anyway, let's not go there. Anyway, I just think they should have their own section. If they are, especially there must be a name for a group of ladies.
Perfumed old ladies, yeah. A gaggle.
And I was on the next table and it put me off my soup.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Wintertime, soup and toast doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, yeah. Have some tonight. I can't have another kebab. I had one yesterday.
You can't really have soup soup in a cup, or do you go soup?
Soup in a bowl, generally.
Yeah, spoon.
Yeah, spoon.
Toast.
Yeah, yum. Oof.
Are we on?
We're on.
Hello and welcome to Somehow Related, and now please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Yes, and welcome to the show, Somehow Related, where we get two topics that are somehow related. They don't seem like they're related, but they are.
From the title page, it looks like you and I are related.
We're not related.
We're not related, but our heads are sort of poking it. It looks like we're doing something behind the words, and we're not.
Anything. We're eating soup.
Little eyes are peering over the top. Somehow related.
So, should we get our topics?
Well, do you want to explain how the show works? If you're first-time listener, hello, first-time listeners. They might be. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Well, we get two topics from Sam, our computer friend, our robot.
Yeah.
And
she knows.
She knows the answer, and she tells us the answer at the end of the show, but we don't know the answer. And these topics sound so bizarre, but they are somehow related.
Yep.
All right, what are they, Sam?
Your subjects today that are somehow related. Sunglasses, Chinese judges.
Chinese
Okay.
judges.
Well, that does a real. I love sunglasses.
I love
You love sunglasses.
Think about Chinese judges, though. You get a decision and like half an hour later. Sorry. You want another. Yeah.
I've had no experience in Chinese judges. In fact, I don't think I've ever been in a courtroom.
Oh, yeah, you've never been in a courtroom ever? Never?
When I've been to old ones where they do, there's one in Melbourne, the old magistrates court, where you can go into, and they do comedy there sometimes, or they do tours and stuff.
Yeah, no, I love it.
You go in the courtroom?
Yeah.
To watch.
Yeah, I went in recently just because a friend of mine is a federal judge, and just went along to have a look.
Federal judge?
Yeah.
Wasn't Morty Bombeck.
See, who's that?
He's a federal judge. Oh, I just did a gig once at Ajax with a Jewish football club.
I can pick any topic. I'll pick any vocation, and you will have done a gig for.
Well,
okay, plumbers?
I did plumbers last Friday.
Electricians?
No, I've done them. Yeah, I did them.
What about like
pick something obscure.
Oh, all right.
But no,
dentists?
Yes, I've done dentists.
No.
Yeah. Dentists are all right. I always say to them, I know what you're doing with all your little codes. You know, because they say, get a local A46. That's a massive needle, guys. I know, because I've been to the dentist a lot. That's what I always say to dentists. No, I did this gig at a Jewish football club where all the kids, I didn't know this. I had no idea. And I said to this guy, what do you do for a job? And he said, I'm a judge in the federal court. I'm just like, what? Because, you know, most people at footy clubs are not judges. They're not judges.
They're not.
I've never met them.
They have a life, and they're allowed to.
Yeah, but generally they're not hanging around at the local footy club, the judge.
So you've never even been to court for...
No. But his name was Morty Bombeck, and he played for St Kilda, and he's a judge. He's like Supreme Court or Federal Court.
So you go, hey, Morty, if you saw him.
Oh, yeah. Morty, remember me?
Would you have to... If you saw him in the court, you'd have to bow.
Oh, I'd be in trouble too if I was in that courtroom.
Well, I have been to court.
So you went recently. What was on trial?
Oh, there was a few different ones on. It was just
Sort of civil cases, or that you don't understand?
a lot of it was domestic stuff. You know,
that's grim.
Yeah, it's pretty grim.
It's grim.
And then one of the ladies from what's that show, Housewives?
Oh, Real Housewives of Melbourne.
Yeah, one of those ladies and her new husband were having trouble with the. I don't want to.
Is this Judge Judy or?
I've met Judge Judy.
You've met Judge Judy.
Well, she was on the panel.
Wow.
And she sat and it was really interesting because this is interesting because normally if they're in the court, they're in charge. If she's on a show, she's the number one.
Man, she's in charge.
She's in charge. When you're on the panel, you're kind of in charge, but you're not. And I think I upset her because I said to her, "Now you're married to a lawyer. Your arguments at home must be pretty interesting." Because you're both,
good question.
You're pretty light on your, pretty good on your
feisty.
feet. And you know, what do you do? How do you? Because you're normally the one who has the final decision, and she didn't like it. You could see she was about to turn and give me a whack, and then she realised where she was, and she pulled back. And,
Case closed.
Yeah, case closed. Robbins versus. Now, what were we saying? Yes, but I actually, my father.
Was a criminal.
Was a criminal. I'll tell you something about that. I took my father to Pentridge when it was Pentridge is a jail in Melbourne, renowned jail. You would have seen it in the Chopper movie.
Yeah. Famous
and that's
jail.
Where famous jail. And I went there when it was closing down to just have a bit of a look around.
Closing down sale.
Yeah, and took my dad there, and I got recognised, and one of the security guards came over and said, "Do you want a tour?"
Oh, yeah. It's scary. I've been there. It's a scary place. I did a TV show or something there once. That's really scary.
It's scary, isn't it? Oh. Anyway, so we're walking around. We're surrounded by people, like hundreds of people. Now, the mistake was that the security guard knew everyone. It was like them. So he's going, "See that guy there? Bank robber. That guy there? Triple rapist. That guy there."
Oh, my God.
So I didn't. They were just normal people. Then suddenly I was surrounded.
Yeah, by criminals.
By criminals. Anyway.
Did you do the Tonight Live where they did it from Pentridge?
Yes.
You did that
I was there. Oh, that's another story.
Was that scary or?
Yes, it was really scary. Because we went in there, I was going to do a thing about number plates, and they were going to make a number plate for me that said "dickhead" or something. Anyway, so we walk in there, and the top guy goes, "We know what you're up to. We know what you're going to do. You're going to make fun of these people, aren't you?" You're going, "No, we're not. we don't like you coming in here doing this sort of stuff. It was like, oh.
Was this a criminal or the?
No, this was
the warden.
The warden. This is number one top dog. So they introduced me to. We go into the remand section, and I meet the top. You got to talk to the top dog.
The top screw man. No, you're talking about the criminal.
The criminal. What do you call them? Top dog.
Top rat. I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm asking Dave. Because you hang with these people all the time. Yeah. Anyway, and I just was then thinking I have to let them know that that I'm not going to make fun of them.
Yeah.
And so I'm going, I'll be making fun of myself, and I've got to say, this is really exciting for me, and I'm really interested. I'm really interested in this whole world and what goes on in here. And then he goes, I'm a double murderer. Is that interesting? And I'm going, oh, no. Oh, God. I'm getting it from both sides here. When they lock the door in there, they say the siren goes off, you have like 15 seconds to get out, and if you don't get out, I don't know how long it is, maybe it's 30 seconds. If you don't get out, you're in there, stuck in that section with a riot. So, anyway.
Scary.
So, I've got...
Prison stories. I did a gig in prison last year, but it's changed a bit. The guy said there will be no Blues Brothers scenes. That's what he said to me in the email.
This is my dad had a stroke, that's right, a minor stroke. And then, so I was driving down to see him because he lived down the coast, and I was driving a bit quick, and I got a speeding fine.
Yeah.
So they said to me, do you have any reason why you sped? And I went, yeah, because my father had a stroke and blah, 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 blah. So I got a thing from the doctor saying, that's why I was speeding, blah, blah, blah. And then, so they write back and they go, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. We're still going to take the points off you and fine you because you've had a speeding fine within the last 5 years. And I went, why did you ask me for then? Yeah. Because you're going to find me anyway.
Yeah.
So why did I waste my time going to the doctor, getting the letter, doing all the stuff?
Oh, yeah.
You're just wasting my time. So I said, do you want to take this? I thought, you know what? I would take it to court.
So you took it to court?
I took it to court. I represented myself.
Really?
I did. I represented myself. So I had to go to Werribee Court because it happened on Geelong Road. And And
did you get up there and go, I put it to you, sir, that you are a liar?
I got in, and I probably took myself a little bit too seriously because I drove up into the car park and there were cameras everywhere, and I'm going, oh no.
They've heard about it.
No.
They've heard about Glenn Robbins.
Leaked that I was speeding on Geelong Road. And it wasn't for me; it was for a footballer who. So when I walked past, I'm waiting for the cameras to go boom, and no one did anything.
Nothing good.
And I got up and represented myself, and said, "Your Honour, I put it to you." No, I didn't know. He just said, "What was the situation?" I said, "I've had a stroke," and I supplied a letter, and he said, "I'm happy to give you the points back, but it will cost you $30 for the court fee."
That's fair enough.
Job done.
And
I stood up and had my,
got a round of applause.
Rest my case. Did 5 minutes. Did a bit of Uncle Arthur. Did a bit of Russell. No, it was
high five people on the way out.
Yeah. So that was good. So anyway, that's judges.
Chinese judges.
Judges.
Sunglasses. You love a sunglass, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I love sunglasses.
Well, I have these sunglasses that have the bifocals on the bottom. Oh. So if I go, the embarrassing part is if I go into a coffee shop with some ladies next to me, I have to put the glasses on to read the menu.
Okay.
So it looks like I'm trying to be
cool.
Yeah, trying to be a rock star.
Well, sunglasses, are they a relatively new thing? I mean,
when would you think that sunglasses were?
I'd say World War II. World War
for the
I.
fighter,
because you get aviator sunglasses, which are obviously designed for pilots. Yeah, pilots. I reckon pilots would have had sunglasses, but certainly like in the 70s and the 60s, people were wearing sunglasses. But 50s, yeah, maybe. When you think of Mad Men, our reference point, they wore sunglasses then. But if you go back to the 30s, you can't. Maybe they must have been a luxury item for a long time.
So you're thinking that this reference is not a current reference.
I think it might be old. It might be an old reference. It might be turn of the century. Chinese judges, maybe they were the first to wear them or invent them. Or it's a very long bow, isn't it? Sunglasses.
If you take yourself seriously, do you like when you put sunglasses on? Do you feel a little bit more important than not wearing sunglasses, or do you just?
I just like them. I don't like the glare. I've always. I've noticed my teenage son wears them too. Now he loves them. I don't know. I know, but some people like Husey, for example, doesn't wear sunglasses.
Yeah, it's interesting. Some people just don't wear them. You go, hey, and once you start, you can't.
You can't. It's like an addiction. But as Husey's father-in-law said at his wedding, he doesn't wear sunglasses because he doesn't not want to be recognised. So his whole face is walking down the street. It's not covered up. It's me. It's Husey. I'm right here. I don't like glare, so
I rode my bike down to the bay one day. Put my sunglasses on. Rode down to the bay's about 2K ride for me. Got down there and thought, God, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I've ridden my bike and now I'm just going to dive into the water.
Whoa, what a life.
Took my sunglasses off, stripped down, dived into the water, came back out. Then a guy walked down the beach with, a surf ski?
Yeah.
Over his shoulder with the sail, throws the board down, sticks the mast in, pulls the sail up, bang, bang. Before you know it, he's flying out there. Sort of humiliated So who wins? That guy wins.
Yeah.
At that point, I had my glasses on. I leaned forward to pick up my towel, and I swear my lens fell out.
Hate that. And then you try and put it back in?
Yeah, I tried to put it back in, and the not cool god, the god that goes, "You're not cool. I'm going to show you how." Stepped in and went, "Yeah, you're not. Don't think for a second that you're cool because you're not." And it's not a good look to stand there with sunglasses on, with one lens in and one lens out.
No, that's a bad look. Do you have expensive sunglasses or
Yes, I do.
servo sunnies?
No, I have. Well, I got the Polaroid, and the life looks better through Polaroid.
It does, doesn't it?
Especially around water.
Oh yeah. I buy expensive ones. Like I've had Ray-Bans and the other ones.
I wear Maui Jim.
Send some in for us if you're listening. And yet I always sit on them and break them. So I've just got cheap ones now.
But it's an expensive loss, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Even the chemist ones are $30 these days. All right. Well, we don't have much.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because when you're wearing sunglasses, people don't recognise you. Well, you think people don't recognise you.
Yeah, right.
So it's not something about them. It might be something about them not being able to see their eyes.
Oh, okay. So they can't see their passion or their anger.
You are getting warmer.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
See, maybe. See, if you're in court and you had your gear on.
Yeah, your little wig and stuff. You're talking about being a judge.
I'm talking about being a judge. You look like a certain. But so hang on, but they couldn't possibly wear them in the courtroom.
I wouldn't think so.
Really?
I think it's got something to do with. Well, let's have some thinking music.
Okay, I'm edging towards something. Given that we're warmer,
Yeah.
I'd like some thinking music, and I'll put it together for you.
Here we go. I've had a think, and you know what I think?
You go first.
I think they outlawed sunglasses. Because you know that judges, like they banned golf. This should hurt you. They banned golf in Scotland for a while.
Who did?
The King of Scotland, because he said people were playing it too much and not working. They banned golf. Golf was illegal.
Little men hitting balls into golf, into holes in the ground.
It was illegal for about 10 years. I think I looked at it. I was so intrigued by it. Where golf was invented, as you know, because you're a golfer. I think the Chinese judges have banned sunglasses for a period. Now, I don't know what that period was.
What that period was.
But I think they've banned them for reasons. Maybe it's a communist thing, because it's a communist country. The secret police can't recognise people. No sunglasses. For you.
Okay.
Banned.
I'm going to go back a few centuries.
Okay.
I reckon it's going to be back, I don't know.
The Ding dynasty? The Ming dynasty. I was making this
The Ming
up.
or the Ding.
The Ming or the Ding.
Yeah. That's a good name for a shop.
The Ming or the Ding.
Yeah.
The Ming or the Ding.
And the door, when you go in, the door bell should go ding.
Ding, Ming.
And then when you leave, it goes ming.
Ming.
Oh, sorry. So I'm going to say that not only did they wear sunglasses in the street because they didn't want to get recognised, I reckon they were the first people to wear them. I don't know why they would do this, but they would, when they would, Because you can tell what someone's thinking by looking at their eyes, can't you?
True.
So do you think if someone was thinking...
Can you tell what I'm thinking now?
That I'm boring, that I should get on with it? Okay, get to the answer. Okay. That they wore them in court so that people couldn't see their eyes. I don't know what
See
period.
their emotions.
See their emotions. So in other words, no one could really... Because they could sort of go...
So like a hanging judge. You know, they wear...
Yeah.
We used to wear masks
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
when
So they
hung
hide
people.
behind their glass. I don't know whether they wear it all the time. Maybe there was maybe they just for the final day they came out or
It's like on The Voice where they have their chair turned around.
yeah.
Wow.
But it would be good. What would be good is that they'd have the sunglasses on, and then one of the lawyers said something extraordinary, he could just look over his sunglasses, or he could just lift them up and go, "Yeah, are you serious?" Anyway, I'm going back in behind here. Because when you're down not that you would be an dirty old man down the beach, but if you are down the beach...
I don't go to the beach that much, but yeah.
But if you want to look at something or, look at something interesting, you can look at it without looking like you're looking at it.
Oh, through your sunglasses.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your answer?
My answer is that they wore them in court. I don't know what period, so people didn't know what they were thinking.
All right, let's go to Sam.
Chinese judges in the Song dynasty around the 12th century are said to have worn crystal sunglasses to conceal facial expressions while questioning witnesses.
Whoa!
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, what was it? Ming Dong Song?
The Song dynasty.
Song dynasty.
Pre-Ming.
Pre-Ming, not Ding.
Not Ding. Oh, well, so that's amazing. But, I mean, does it really hide that much? That must have been big sunglasses. Like those novelty ones you get at the show.
What period was it?
Song.
12th century?
12th century.
How would they have made... What would they have looked like?
Well, they had glass, so... Didn't the Chinese invent glass? I think they did. So I assume they just put some sort of dye into the glass. I'm just,
There's a look that should come back.
They should come back. Chinese judges.
Some Song dynasty glasses.
Get your mate who's a federal court judge, show him some glasses and go, wear these in court, mate.
Yeah.
Those big glasses.
But you know what? In the Western system, you got to wear those wigs. Would you look good with one of those wigs on
And the glasses.
and the glasses? That's not a good look.
Not a good look. You look like you're in some rap video or
But
something.
having said that, if you pop them up on your head with the wig on, you go, there's a good look. Just do that on the way to court, and pop them down.
Well,
Nailed it.
nailed it. Glenn nailed it. One to Glenn.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Download it. Give us a rating. Give us a review.
Is that what you do? Can you?
Yeah, you go on the iTunes page and you can review it. All those ones on there, I've done them all. So you've got to do some this week, Glenn.
What's your fake name? I reckon you'd be Terry.
Yeah, that's interesting because I don't have a fake name because that's
Okay, let's try that now. If I was a policeman and I pulled you over and you want to give a fake name, give me a fake name now.
I'd say Gary.
Gary who?
Davidson.
Gary Davidson. Sounds like a character from Neighbours. They always sound like characters from Neighbours, fake name. Gary Davidson from, what do you do for a living?
Oh, no, I'm I'm a teacher.
I would have gone fitter and Turner.
Yeah.
Fitter and Turner. They're always fitter and
Fitter
Turners.
and Turners. Well, that's what my dad did, but I don't reckon I look like a Fitter and Turner.
So you're going to go teacher.
I reckon I look like... Well, you could be a teacher too.
Okay.
I could be a teacher.
Okay. And without hesitating, what's your address?
It's 7 Reserve Avenue. Oh, that's my parents' address. It's no good.
No, it's got to be a real lie. Go for a real lie. Go again.
Yeah, it's 20 High Street. See,
20
that sounds fake.
20 High Street. What's
Malvern.
Malvern. Oh, it's hard, isn't it, to lie?
Hard. So what would you say? Have you ever had a fake name?
No, but I've done theatre sports.
And so you've got to make up stuff.
I cheated in theatre sports.
What? You cheated in... What, you didn't do speed bump, or what do they say? Freeze?
Speed bump.
Freeze, what do they say?
I'll tell you very quickly. I was in the national championships. The night was.
Are these the ones that were televised?
They
used to film, didn't they?
Yeah, big crowd. The audience, it wasn't going well that night. There's a thing called, I don't know, Inner with a While or something where you had to be a certain vocation, you had a certain ailment, and it had an emotional thing going on. And you would come out, 3 other players would speak in gibberish, and you had to work out what you were. So they'd take you out the back. They took me out the back, and then said, "Okay, he's a reporter with a limp who was suicidal." No, they didn't. But I was standing there in the toilet.
And you could hear.
I could hear. I'm thinking, I think I just heard what I am.
Yeah.
So I went out, and then I just started talking gibberish, and then flipped my pad and wrote down some notes. Audience were nuts because I've worked out I'm a reporter. For some reason, I limped. They went crazy. And then I went to the edge of the stage and looked out like I was going to jump off. They went nuts. A woman who was writing a book about theatre sports in the audience said it was one of the greatest improvisations in the history of theatre sports.
Yeah, but you know the argument is, though, I interviewed those guys from the Chaser once.
Yeah.
And I watched some of their stunts, and I was like amazed at how brave they were. They would go into shops with balaclavas on and pretend to...
And was it real?
No, it wasn't real. Because the guy goes to me, and he said this on the radio, he's one of them, I can't remember if it was Chaz or one of those guys said, but we get the same result. So you're sitting at home,
that's right.
You think it's real.
Yeah.
All those people in that audience thought it was real.
Yeah.
What's it matter? It's show business.
So you
and at that point, I just thought...
Yeah, like stand-up. They think you're just thinking it up then. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you actually do
Oh,
it.
I am.
Yeah. You don't repeat any jokes.
Well, the thing about stand-up is you do think it up at some point, don't you?
Yes.
That's why people say about improv. All my stand-up is improv, but it was just at one point. You know what I mean?
See, I don't
It's all in the book. It's all in the theatre sports book. Check it
I
out.
don't like those jokes where people go, they tell you a story and you think it's a story.
Oh, I hate that.
And it's actually a joke.
Yeah, if the frog was...
And I have a friend of mine who goes, is this a story or is this a joke? And then he doesn't say anything, he just keeps on going. Because if this is a joke, because I'm in on this, if you're just doing a joke and not telling a story, I'm going to be really annoyed. And then he go, and the duck said, you know, what's for lunch? Ducks can't talk. That's not a real story.
Yeah. But did I tell you how I went to the fish and chip shop the other day? And I didn't get many chips. And I said to the guy, what happened? Was that fish alive when you gave it to me? And the guy said, what are you talking about? I said, well, it's eating all my chips. That's a joke. See, it's a great joke.
See, you've finished strong.
All right.
Yeah. Fish and chips, that'd be nice right now, wouldn't it?
Nice, wouldn't it? Yeah.
In a box or wrapped up?
No, I wrapped. In a box means it's a yuppie shop, but it's still, I have both. I don't care. Yuppie, old school, whatever.
It's easier to pass.
Just go easy on the herbs. Don't put it like grilled. You know, go to grilled. I've had this discussion with you before, but there are too many herbs on the chips. Get your rosemary off my chips. Get your
rosemary.
They put rosemary and shit on it and oregano. I don't like it.
It's the chicken salt. That's
no, it's not chicken salt. It's
that's
herbs.
what's good though. You'd accept chicken
I
salt.
prefer chicken salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we painted a picture.
Samo Related is supported by supersimplecards.com. Get a pack of greeting cards from Super Simple Cards using the offer code somehow at the checkout. Supersimplecards.com. Check them out. So find a link in the show notes or go to supersimplecards.com. Get 10% off your entire order when you use this code somehow at the checkout. All shipping is free. Yeah, well, get a great pack of environmentally friendly cards. They'll save you time and money. Go to supersimplecards.com.